Okay, we drove all the way up to Rochester, New York. We're here at the famous Tahou Hots. This is the original place for garbage plates. There's many places that serve them, but this is the OG spot. We're gonna go check it out. Let's go. Okay, we're at Tahou Hots. So how long has this place been here for?
Since 1918.
And how many garbage plates do you think you guys have served?
I don't think that number is countable.
No?
We used to
Millions?
be open 24 hours a day, and I think we're way past that. You know, everywhere you go, you can see a plate on the menu, right? You're welcome.
Okay, this guy was called the Ninja. He was on the grill the whole time while we were there, cooking up burgers, fries. Here's the menu board, super old school. You could see some of the pricing. Very luncheonette feel, a lot of space in this building. Some tables, here's an old school photo of it. Garbage plates. Yes, they had a t-shirt. Here's the food plating, they lay it all out. That's someone else's meal. They got the chicken fingers. And then this one here, I originally was gonna stay, but then I told him I was gonna eat it in the car. So he did this cool concoction, flip it into this little to-go box, and then served it up for us. So really cool. Okay, here it is. This is before I've done anything to it. There's the two patties, there's the home fries, mac salad. I'll throw ketchup all over it and I'll mash it all up. So in a second, it's gonna look totally different. So let me get to work. All right, so here's the final product all mashed up. Don't judge it. So there's hamburgers, there's the home fries, there's the mac salad, there's ketchup all mashed up in there, and then you kind of just start going to work on it. So your first bite, you always want to get a little mac salad, you want to get some of the burger, and then a little of the fries. Try to do that every bite until you get to the end. Then you kind of just take whatever the plate gives you. So your first bite's got to be a banger. So I got kind of like everything on there. There's like so many sauces and juices and kind of flavors that just mash all in together. So whoever thought of this concoction, I actually don't normally get mustard on it, but they put mustard on it. I forgot to say no. And it kind of works. It gives it a little spice. You can't really taste it too much, but it kind of gives it like this pop that empowers the ketchup to be the ketchup. The potatoes are kind of just subtly doing their thing. The mac salad is just nice and cold and chilling. And then the burger is like the hefty, bring you together, make everything like one. So here's. It all just works. It all works so well together. And I try to eat fairly fast. I try to eat as big as I can, like the most amount of scoops I can into one, just because if I don't, it's gonna take me forever to eat this and finish it. But they have a good sized portion. It kind of is enough where you can finish it and not feel too full. It was about $9, I think, for this plate. So not too bad. And then he gives you a soda and he kind of like makes a couple jokes so you don't feel like you're paying too much money. Okay, so in addition to the burger, they add like this hot sauce. It's kind of like a meat sauce. So they'll put on top of the burger like a couple like kind of ladles of it's like a very small meat sauce that usually has a little bit of kick to it. People love it. People love it. That's why it's called Tahou Hots, or there's a place called Fairport Hots. Hots is that hot sauce that gives it a little bit of kick on top of the mustard. So there's a lot of kind of like spices that elevate the temperature of like the food. And the Hots, the meat sauce, is kind of what is the signature kind of the dish. Now they do like a small, regular, old school breakfast home fry, whereas another place, Tom Wall's, that does like a crinkle cut French fry. So everyone does a different type of potato. The mac salad's usually the same. It's usually the same like regular macaroni looking. And then the burger they usually just do two patties.
You can get cheeseburgers. You can get with no cheese. You can get grilled cheese plates. They have all different types of plates, but the signatures are like cheeseburger or regular just hamburger. Okay, so I have about, this could be like 4 bites left. I just took my first sip of soda. You can, if you want, a suggestion, reapply ketchup. You don't have to. Probably not gonna. Okay, and here's my last bite. Last 2 bites. That's all she wrote. That's a Nick Tahou's garbage plate. So like I said, there's the original place. There's tons of them here in Rochester, upstate New York area. But this is one of the first. They said he's been here since 1918, the original spot. I'm full, but I could probably eat a little bit more, but it's the perfect size.